Good morning, good evening, good night. You are once again in a lock-in. It's not just me this time, I'm afraid. Oh no, I've got a special guest. Special guest, would you like to announce who you are, what you are, and how many legs you've got?
I hate PS3s. Take a guess who I am.
That's right, folks, it's Deadhead Draven, who also answers to the call sign, Ross.
It's not my name, it's just a call sign. I'm actually Shirley.
Shirley, you can't be serious.
I am serious, don't call me Shirley.
Oh, we're off for a flying start here. So, yes, we've got Deadhead Draven here with us today. We're going to have a little crack with him just to talk away, find out what he's doing, what he wants to do, why he wants to do it, all the gaming stuff.
Well, it comes down to the fact that games, as a whole, suck, or are fantastic. They are one or the other, and I think this needs pointed out, because there's no one on the internet, angry video game nerd, Yahtzee, game over thinker, there's nobody on the internet doing any of this. Yeah, there's loads of them, and I just want to be in on the action.
Oh, fair dues. If that's well, that's the interview over there.
Well, I'm a very, very opinionated person, and I feel that I want to get them out there. I want to tell people what I think of some games, because, I mean, on the whole, you do get hugely good reviews for what I find are really, really shit games. A good example is Fable 2 or Grand Theft Auto 4. Those games got absolutely massively, across the board, fantastic reviews, all up in the 90s. And yet, I don't know anybody, myself included, who actually enjoyed these games, because they were just shy compared to what they should have been compared to their predecessors. And I think that people should have valid opinions of what they actually think, rather than going with the big names paying for good reviews.
I agree. Fable 2 itself was a massive letdown, and to this day I still cry myself to sleep at the ending that never actually happened.
Oh, you can sleep after playing that. I know, I can't. God damn you, Molyneux, you stole my sleep!
Molyneux!
He sucks ass. Well, but I will be doing a review of Fable 2 at some point. I don't know when, but I want to rip that game a new one.
So, you as a gamer, how long have you been gaming, and what would you say is your all-time worst game of all time that you're going to bring forth in front of the masses and show them just how much pain is involved?
Well, I've been gaming now for 45 years, which is quite an achievement, as I'm only 26. By far the worst game I've ever played was Grand Theft Auto 4, just because of the pure fucking shit it was, and that it should have been so good. And sorry, playing a game for 40 hours where you take your fat cousin to a comedy show, which isn't even funny, is not my idea of entertainment. And that'll be one in the future that I will be ripping a new one as well.
So not a fan of Grand Theft Auto 4 then?
Oh, I fucking loved it. Great. Honestly, it's fantastic. Honestly, Take-Two paid me $50,000 to like that game, even though it was shit.
I think you throw me there. So, other than gaming, what else are you into?
Pterodactyls. I like pterodactyls.
No, we both know that's a lie.
Okay. I like pterodactyls. No. I'm into movies as well. Quite like a lot of movies, but my main hobby is gaming. I have 2 Xboxes because so I can play it in bed and I don't have to move my Xbox upstairs. Quite into music. I'm quite a metalhead. Quite into my Korn, my Deftones, my mid-90s new metal music. But as most gaming as well, it was better in the 90s and it's shit now.
No, that's not entirely true.
San Andreas, right? Fantastic. Korn.
San Andreas was 2000, 2001?
Vice City. Vice City. Fantastic.
No, I'm thinking that was in the 2000s as well.
Final Fantasy 7. Yeah, there you go. Final 7. Fantastic. Korn's third album. Fantastic. Now what do we get? What do we get? We get fucking Operation Flashpoint and fucking My Chemical Romance.
Alright then, you've got me beat on that one.
Yeah, and the wrestling. Don't get me fucking started on the wrestling. I'm a massive wrestling fan, and my fucking god. Have you seen Hulk Hogan in TNA?
I've seen what he's done to it. But
Butt fucked it.
we're not going to sit here and discuss wrestling.
Why? This is a wrestling podcast, right?
Yeah, welcome to the old oil house, brother!
Whoa, I'm gonna get you Transformers, I'm gonna slam them down, and I'm gonna do all that. Oh, I should probably point out that I'm not much of a Transformers fan.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
Yeah.
You're not,
I do like Transformers, I do own the original movie, and I do think the Michael Bay ones are absolute fucking shite.
well, I think you're going to be sitting in with us at some point, huh?
Oh, I hope
For
so.
that
Those wrecking balls, the second one, Jesus
I thought you just meant the
Christ.
films. Are you calling the films the wrecking ball?
Oh, yeah, they could be the wrecking balls, but I'm sorry, the first one was bad, but the second one, my god. Right, wrecking ball testicles and the fucking Matrix in a sock. Is that the proper receptacle for the Matrix of leadership? A fucking sock? Sorry, I've seen the way Rodimus held it up when he got it off Optimus in the animated movie, and he was all, yeah, I've got the thing and I'm all powerful. And what Shia LaBeouf do? I've got a sock.
His name is not Shia LaBeouf. His name is Shave the Beef.
Okay, shave the beef,
Thank
put it in
you.
a sock.
Well, what else is he going to do? His pockets weren't big enough for the big triangular Toblerone of power.
Oh, God, mate, I love the design on that thing. Yeah.
It's a boomerang.
Yeah, it was a boomerang. It was a shit batarang. Oh, I like Batman. Yeah, that's another thing I like.
Yeah,
I like Batman.
Oh, yes. Yes, you're a big Batman fan. I know that. to be
Indeed,
true.
indeed. Arkham Asylum, my god, that was a fucking good game.
Should we wait for a review of Arkham Asylum?
I don't know, maybe. I'll maybe get to it. I've got that many games to review, and I'm not going to be just reviewing new releases. It's going to be what I feel like reviewing. So, at the moment, the first two games I've reviewed, Bioshock and Dante's Inferno, were just games I was playing at the moment. But I will end up going backwards to do good games. I might even go back and do PlayStation 1 games, or even go back and do SNES games, you know what I mean? Just whatever takes my fancy at the time.
Are we going to get you to do Nazo Du Commander, or whatever the hell it was called?
What's that?
The old Commodore 64 Transformers game?
Oh, that one! Yeah, I can pull up an emulator, I can do that. Looks fucking awful.
Oh, it is. It's painful.
Is that the one with all the numbers and the Autobots are all represented by numbers, and on the back of the cassette case it had 1 Cliff Jumper, 2 Rodimus Prime, and such like.
No, that's a different one. The one I'm thinking of is the one where you're a tiny blue sprite that's meant to be Ultra Magnus, and you just drive forward.
Oh, was that Commodore?
I think it was Commodore.
I thought it was NES.
Was it NES?
The one that was never released outside of Japan.
It was NES. The Commodore one was the one with the numbers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't challenge my fucking gaming. Gaming knowledge. I've got a review section on a Transformers website.
Well, it's more of a nerd website, mostly focusing on Transformers.
Yay!
At this point. So, yes, a couple of things I would like to just quickly get your views on.
Yes.
The first thing being some bits of news that happened over this last week.
Hit me.
First one being PS3s. PS3's dying a death.
PS3 fanboys, you got yours. Yeah, we've had the Red Ring of Death, and yeah, the whole 80% success rate of the Red Ring of Death in the first Xboxes. Yeah, we had a bit of a shit. But come on, Microsoft never ever put up an update which knocked out half of the fucking PlayStations in the world. I mean, that is just fucking beautiful. Honestly, I cried myself to sleep in happiness when I heard that. Just fucking brilliant. I mean, for a company like Sony that's known for its technological advances to get taken down by the Millennium Bug, I mean, fucking hell. We
are talking about the only company that has ever successfully sued itself.
That is very true, and that is also a point of just beautiful stupidity on their point. I want to point out the PS3. I hate the PS3 because I love the PS2 so much.
Yep.
The PS2 was my big console. I bought that basically because I wanted to play Grand Theft Auto and I wanted to play SmackDown. And every other game outside, like Devil May Cry and stuff, just came as a bonus. And I was going to buy a PS3, but after delaying it for something like 3 years and putting it up to a £500 price point when it came out. Yeah, it just was I got pushed in the Xbox camp because I didn't actually own an original Xbox One until I realised you could media center them. So
yep.
I got my Xbox and I chipped it to fucking turned it into a media center. But
warning! All of Ross's views are not part of the old Oil House's views.
Yeah, piracy is bad.
Do not chip your Xbox unless you know exactly what you're doing.
Yeah, no, don't. Honestly, all my reviews now, every game I play now, I buy fully. At the moment, the economy's bad, and these people who make games need support to keep making these games. So I'm now against piracy games.
Unless it's emulation.
Unless it's emulation, which is the people aren't going to make any money off the games that you're getting on the emulators anyway, unless they're up on Xbox Live or something like that.
Yeah.
But no, I do purchase every game that I play and I review.
The something else I just want to quickly bring to your attention.
Yep.
The Sonic 4 backlash. It's something I do actually want to have a discuss with, because I am I was a massive Sonic fan until Sega beat that little bit out of me.
Oh,
It just killed me a little bit inside.
oh come on, Sonic 2009 wasn't that bad.
Death to the infidels!
Fucking hell, that game was awful. Why did you have to talk to people? Why did you talk to real people?
Because that follows on from Sonic Adventure, right? There was real people wandering around.
There was.
The difference being, these are real people. Those were cartoon real people.
Yeah.
And I can live with cartoon real people.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Having real people and taking the Sonic franchise and moving it into Final 7 land
Yeah.
doesn't work for me.
I mean, look at the proportions. I mean, Sonic the Hedgehog is a hedgehog.
He's not, though. He's a small blue freak.
Well, he is a small blue freak, but from the world he's from, he's a hedgehog.
Right.
So compare him to us. Now, he shouldn't be coming up to our chins in size. He
No.
shouldn't be bigger than our shoes.
No.
So the humans in that game should have been about fucking 50 foot tall if you're looking at perspective.
Would have been an awful game.
And plus, does it would have been an awful game. Could it have made it worse? I mean, seriously. I mean, another thing as well is, God, are you honestly telling me if all the people you had to talk to in the game were 50 foot fucking tall, would it have really impacted the game's fucking terrible scale that much?
It would actually have made it better, because it means at the beginning Robotnik could have just stood on you. And yes, I said Robotnik. He's Robotnik to me. He'll never be Eggman.
Poor Eggman. Now, another thing as well is, how come Sonic speaks the same language as us? Morbius or whatever planet. Why do they speak English? He's a hedgehog. Right, hedgehogs. What is the likelihood of hedgehogs creating their own language and it being identical to English? Even if it was similar to English, meanings would be different.
Yes.
So the word eagle, for us, would mean door for him.
I'm going to open the eagle.
Yes! I'm going to open the eagle. I'm going to the shops for the car. He meant cigarettes. I don't know. You know what I mean, though.
Sonic the Smoking Hedgehog.
No,
Marvelous.
he wanted a car. No, hedgehog. Wait, no. See, this is what should have happened. It should have been that confusing. There's no way they would be able to develop the same language as us. Would they?
No,
Would they?
No. Okay,
No.
Okay. And at this point, there is a race of bloody hedgehogs, and none of them look like hedgehogs.
No, not at all. No, the whole Sonic thing about the whole boycott. The idea is that the people who haven't even seen the game or played it properly yet don't think it looks like it should, even though it looks exactly like it should.
Yes.
I mean, sorry, did people boycott Sonic the Rivals? That PSP game?
No.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
Did anyone boycott that?
No.
No, and it looked it didn't look as good as the new Sonic 4's looking.
No. No, it didn't.
So why is suddenly... And Sonic 4 I think looks quite good. It looks like Sonic.
It looks like if you went back in time to the time of Sonic 3 and you said to somebody, in 20 years' time, what do you think a Sonic game would look like? There you go!
Yeah, it looks exactly like Sonic, just with, instead of pixels, it's 3D models.
Yeah.
But they're still running to the
2D
side.
plane, yeah.
Yeah. What else could they have done? It looks exactly the same. But these people are boycotting it because it doesn't look right.
Yeah.
And the boycott, of course, the genius stroke of this master plan, is that if you don't like this game, we're going to protest by buying Sonic 1. Right, so you're going to teach Sega a lesson by giving them money.
Yes.
How is that teaching them a lesson? If anything, they're going to think, ooh, lots of people are buying Sonic. Wow, this thing's popular. Let's make another one.
Yeah. Precisely. It baffles me completely. It's a complete brain melt of an idea.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, they should, if they want to do a proper boycott, they should buy something similar but different, like Braid or some other platform that's on Xbox Live or PSN Network. They should not give Sega money.
No, I'm fairly certain there's a couple of the old Atari platformers up on there.
Oh, is it like there's Bionic Commandos up there?
Yeah, it's Capcom. But yeah,
Oh, it's Capcom. Yeah, that is Capcom. You're right. There's Bionic Commando.
I think I've seen a few of them up there from my old Mega Drive and SNES games. I can't remember.
There's a few. There's plenty of.
I can't remember
If you're looking for a platformer game, there's absolutely loads to choose from on
Oh, yeah.
Xbox Live. So why choose one made by the same company?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's not going to teach them a lesson. It's just going to give them more money. And to be honest, I think the boycott's stupid because they haven't even played the fucking game yet.
No.
Unfortunately, to boycott something, obviously you can't play it because
You're boycotting.
you're boycotting it. But it's Xbox Live. You can download demos.
All this came out from the leaked footage
Yeah.
that popped out. So
Yeah.
we're not even talking like finished footage. We're talking
No.
some stuff that was leaked. Sega themselves would turn around and go, well, yeah, the animation's not finished yet. The
Yeah.
animation model, there's still another cycle of animation to go when he's running. What are you expecting us to do?
Yeah.
But then again, that's a level of idiocy that I've found in the...
The Sonic community.
I don't want to say in the Sonic... in parts of the Sonic community.
The fact of the matter is, though, they're boycotting what is basically a platformer game. It's going to come in segments because it's not all one game. It's like episode 1, 2, 3, 4, so it's
Yep.
episodic. It's the fact that it's just a small game.
Yep.
If you want to boycott something, boycott Sonic and the Black Knight.
Yes.
Boycott Sonic and the Secret Rings. This is just an Xbox Live platformer game. It's
Yeah.
not a big game. It's not going to make any impact to what you do. The games that Sonic's making money on are shite like Black Knight and Secret Rings.
2009, Sonic Riders.
Yeah, Sonic Riders, all that all-star Sonic racing shite.
Aye.
Have you played it?
No.
Oh, I played the demo. Jesus Christ.
The only thing I like about that is the fact that it's Ryu from Shenmue.
Oh, he's fantastic because you've got like Eggman and you've got Sonic and everybody else in their silly little cars flying around, and then you've got a fully realised proper person on a motorbike flying around Mobius.
Even better than that, his power-up is his motorbike becomes a forklift truck.
Seriously? I've not got that far.
The only way to make this better is if you're going to feed tofu to cats in a minigame.
Do you remember the day that the rain turned to snow?
Do you remember the day it snowed?
Shenmue sucks.
Yes.
Shenmue sucks so hard.
I will apologise to everybody in advance for this, but Shenmue was dull.
Oh
So,
God, was it dull?
the only good thing about Shenmue was feeding tofu to cats. Yeah.
Oh, it was that time that we were playing it and we watched a washing line for 4 days.
Oh yes.
Did he collapse or something at the end? Because we didn't
can't
make him go to sleep. I remember.
Yes, he did. He fell over and woke up in his own bed.
That's right. Yeah. We spent 4 days looking at a washing line, and then we fainted, and your mother drags you back to your bed.
Yes. So the first thing you do is get up, get your pocket money, go off, spend all your money on Sonic toys.
Yep.
From the little vending machine. Drink a couple of cans of Coke, which obviously didn't taste well.
Nope.
And then
Go
faint again.
and watch some more washing.
Yes.
Gaming gold.
Go and sit in someone's house and look at their underwear drawer. Brilliant.
Sega, you've done it again.
I want Sonic CD to come back out. So, the final thing I want to have a quick discussion with you about is a NES.
A NES.
A NES. A NES with, I think it was 3 games, that sold on eBay for $13,000.
Oh yes, I heard about this. When did I hear about this? It was you telling me 10 minutes before we started this. Yeah,
yes.
that's right. No, what was it? A NES with what was the game that was the
Stadium Games.
Stadium Games. See, I've never even heard of that one. You know what I mean?
I think it was Stadium Games. Anybody listening who corrects me on this, die. It was a game where I believe it was only 10 versions of it exist at this point. There's only 10 versions out there.
Yeah.
Which makes it slightly rarer than the gold cartridge.
Zelda.
No, not the Zelda.
The 3 games in one
the
tournament.
The tournament one. Yeah.
The tournament one, yeah.
It actually makes it rarer than that.
Yeah.
Because that sold recently, but that went for 20,000.
Well, wasn't there they were only given out to people who were actually in the tournament, but there was
26 of them.
Yeah, there was quite a lot of people in the tournament, so there was quite a few flying around.
So that sold for 20,000.
Yeah.
But there's only 10 versions of these ones, of the Stadium Games, which was a normal, everyday American release.
Yeah.
Now, the European release is worth nothing.
No, because it was widespread. Yeah.
American release, very, very rare.
Right.
What happened was this poor lass put the NES and these games up and went, I'll have them on eBay. And people went, if you end it now, I'll give you $200. If you end it now, I'll give you $300. And a emulation site, and this is the bit of the story I absolutely love, an emulation site got in contact with her and said, "Don't do it. Don't end the auction. You're going to make a hell of a lot of money here. Stick with it. See how much it goes for." And I just think that that's incredible. A, the fact that a game went for $13,000.
Yeah, yeah.
And B, the fact that an emulation site,
The evil emulation site from the devils.
turned around and went, "Don't do it." They
Don't do
stayed
it.
with her. They kept in contact with her right until the end, so she didn't
Get screwed.
Yeah.
Because, the collectors... I don't think they were trying to screw her much as trying to get a good deal out of it, because
Aye.
if anything, they would have either collected it or they would have tried to sell it on again for knowing how much it was worth. So the fact that this girl who put it on didn't know what she had is just fantastic. To be honest, though, from her point of view, she's not a gamer. I mean, even I'd never heard of this Stadium games before.
No.
If I found that in my attic and put it on eBay, I wouldn't have expected much.
No.
So the fact that she's got like 13 grand out of off something she found in her attic over a NES game is just fucking brilliant, because let's face it, it's not worth that.
No.
It's not worth it. I'm a massive gaming fan. I would never pay more than like £70 for a game. I think that's the most I've paid for a game, outside of like Guitar Hero or something like that.
Yeah.
The most I've ever played was £70.
Just the game by itself.
Yeah, it was Batman Arkham Asylum Special Edition. And that was like,
once again, that's not a game by itself. That's a game and extra.
yeah, an extra. But it was £70. That's about as much as I would go. The fact that someone's paying 13 grand for essentially a cartridge for a game that'll suck.
Yeah.
It just shows the idiocy that you can get in the gaming community, because you could probably get an emulator for that.
Probably.
You know what I mean? And then he's got bragging rights.
Well, I think the guy that bought it has almost like a gaming museum.
Ah.
So that does make a lot of sense.
It does make a sense in a way, but it's still 13 grand for an exhibit in a gaming museum that if I was in there, I'd walk past and go, "Oh, I've never heard of that game. Oh, look, Mario Brothers 3, that was awesome. I could buy that on eBay for £3."
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I'm glad though that emulation site got in contact with her though. The fact that she didn't get screwed over by these people trying to give her $200 for it, that's really good of them. Especially because emulation sites get a bad rap because they're using copyright material, obviously.
Yep.
But it's more, I don't think people see it as the kind of digital archive that they're trying to be, because most emulation sites they're trying to use debunked consoles. Yep. I mean, because to be honest, outside of WiiWare and Xbox Live, these games are classic but get no airing. Yep. People don't buy them anymore. You can't buy them. You can't play them.
Sega, and it gets released every 6 months in a Sega collection.
Oh, why on earth does Sega do so many Mega Drive collections and never do a Saturn one?
Ask Sega.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I would love to play Steep Slope Sliders again. That game was fucking awesome.
On one hand, there is the problem that the Saturn is an absolute bugger to
wasn't it
emulate.
like 3 processors that worked independently of each other or something like that?
I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, it's really weird to program for.
But as far as I'm aware, there is a working emulator out there now. So why isn't this out?
Yeah. If the hackers can do it for emulator, then you can repackage these games.
Oh yeah,
shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah. The other thing I just like about this little story about the 13,000 is the knock-on effect that it's had.
Oh yeah.
The wondrous thing of people putting stuff on eBay, that's the European Stadium games, £13,000.
Yeah.
The single NES that's currently on eBay for £13,000. The NES controllers that have in the description, NES controller can be used to play Stadium games, £500. And so on and so forth. Oh, that made me chuckle. Oh. That made me chuckle so hard.
Is it a case of... Are people trying to cash in on people's idiocy, or are people just idiots? Do you know what I mean? Are people actually thinking...
In the case of the guy putting the NES up for 13,000, I think that's just not entirely sure of what's going on.
Yeah,
he saw a NES sell for 13,000 and he's put it up. Because if you look at the listings, there's NES, $350, $7.99 postage and packaging. NES, $350, $7.50 postage and packaging.
Yeah.
NES, 13,000. £10 postage and packaging. It's not even free postage and packaging.
Does he think he's an idiot, or was this like the brainchild, the first ever NES, and it was made with the tears of Hirohiro? What do you call him? Kojima.
Kojima.
Was it made with the tears of Kojima and has his bones inlaid inside it or something like that?
I think if you open it up, Ganesh himself comes out and dances for your amusement.
Oh, good old funky Lord Ganesh.
Yeah, indeed.
That disco diva. Can't beat disco deities, can you?
Disco deities.
It's my new dating website. Are you a deity that loves disco? Want to find other deities with your interests? Come to deitydiscodating.com
Just speak to Lord Ganesh and Lady Shiva.
as they dance the night away to ABBA.
On that note, I think we're going to back away from this conversation slowly.
Fair enough.
Unless there's anything you'd like to add.
No, not really. Just that if there's any kind of games that people want me to review, I'm definitely up for a suggestion. I just point out that I do work full time, and I'm trying to get these videos out every other week.
Yeah.
So, and I can get these reviews out when I've completed a game. So if I haven't completed one yet, I can't review it.
Yep.
But if there's anything you really want me to review, I can get hold of it. Leave me a message and I'll see what I can do. I can't promise anything, but if you know shitty games that you want me to rip it in half, I'm more than happy to have a go. Unless it's Mass Effect.
Okay.
I bought Mass Effect.
Oh, you've actually bought Mass Effect?
Yes.
Are you playing Mass Effect?
No.
So why have you bought Mass Effect?
I tried to play Mass Effect.
How far did you get?
15 minutes.
Mass Effect is good.
No, it's fucking not. Mass Effect is so bad. I really wanted to review. I really wanted to play it. I wanted to review it, and I want to get on to Mass Effect 2. 15 minutes. I can't stand that game.
I like it. I really liked it. I wouldn't go through it a second time.
No.
It took up too much time the first time. Hell, I still need to finish Dragon Age Origins off.
I don't.
I got that for Christmas.
I don't. Haha. Yay.
So, I think with that then, we'll move on.
Yep.
And I think we're now moving into the future.
Dun,
where...
dun, dun. You talk about on live.
No.
Oh.
Where Stu and Rob, otherwise known as Dark Ages and Chaos Envy, a.k.a. Chaos Envy, a.k.a. Chaos Envy, have a little announcement to make. Take it away, future selves. Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie.
Thank you. You call that saying goodnight, Gracie? Ah, amateurs. So, we're here with my two co-hosts, who haven't got a damn clue why I've just said that, but it all makes sense.
I'm scared.
That's because, unlike me, you don't see the ebb and flow of time and can't bring the past into the future to continue a conversation you had a week ago.
I find it gives me a bad head.
I find I'm just too lazy.
That as well.
So yes, I'm here with both Dark Ages and Chaos Envy. A.K.A. Dark Ages and Chaos Envy. A.K.A. Chaos Envy and Dark Ages.
I'm going to make you a fresh cup because I'm going to throw that in his face.
We're here just because, well, my two esteemed co-hosts, not you two then.
Oh, he's a funny one.
My two esteemed co-hosts have a little bit of an announcement to make. No, it's not that Rob is pregnant with Jetfire's baby. I shall now just back off then and let you...
Okay,
do you want to say what your announcement is?
for those of you who aren't on the forums, which I'm led to believe is quite a few actually, strangely, me and my co-host Rob will be doing a set of commentaries for films, which we are calling...
Quick, change the channel!
We're calling them these because it's a set of movies which are so terrible they are good. Such luminaries as Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Masters of the Universe, Judge Dredd,
And
The film that built you up for the first 5 minutes thinking, my god, this could be good!
and then boots you in
then-
the nuts as soon as that helmet comes off his head.
Yeah, it
Yes,
booted you in the nuts and kept on stomping like your pubic hair was on fire.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And then, yet strangely, you stayed in the cinema and waited till the end of the film.
So we'll be doing commentaries for those. We are taking suggestions. There is a list up on the forums. So if you go
Please do remember that these are not just terrible films.
Yes.
They are films that are so terrible they go back round to being good.
Yes.
The films you rag on with your friends but secretly watch when you're by yourself.
It's terrible, but you sit there going, I feel like cheering yourself up. I need a guilty treat. Oh, I'll watch Mario Brothers. Oh!
Yeah, you're on your own with Mario Brothers. But
Actually, I think Mario Brothers would have been a much better film if it hadn't been named Mario Brothers.
I agree.
It was
wholeheartedly.
It was too dark, and if it had just gotten rid of the Mario Brothers thing, it may have actually been. I'm not saying it was, but it may have actually been a good film,
I think it would have succeeded.
and not
Yeah.
literally been so terrible.
Yeah.
It was good.
But I think we'll that is on the list, unsurprisingly. So we will probably be doing a little discussion before each film, which is pretty fun. But I'm yet to finalise that. I need to sit down with Rob. We'll work it out. We'll see what we want to do, because we don't want to make huge commentaries for terrible but good movies.
Yeah.
But if anybody has any suggestions for so terrible they're good, go to the forums on www.oldallhouse.co.uk. Go to the forums, find a bit for it. We'll put a post up for it. Make some suggestions, but please remember, as Rob says, it can't just be a terrible film. I'm not wasting an hour and a half of my life on a terrible film just because you say so.
What about Street Fighter Legend of Chun-Li?
No.
I recommend that film is so terrible, it's awesome.
I need to see
No,
it.
that film is so terrible, it goes past being awesome and goes back to being terrible.
But it didn't win the Razzies this year.
No, it's because the people who had to watch that film have burned it out of their memories.
It's because it wasn't high enough release, I think, to be totally honest with you. But anyhow.
But either way, it would help if it's something we've seen before, and obviously it needs to be something that's readily available. Fortunately, one of us here has a Love Film account, so we can rent just about anything that's available in the UK.
Marvellous.
Plus, I have a collection of terrible films which are good.
You're not the only one.
So I'm covered on either side. But yeah, go to the forums, make some suggestions, and we'll start posting them. There's not a definite date for when we're going to do the first one, but it will be coming up soon.
Okay then. Right, and with that, I think we'll call this lock-in done, dusted and finished, unless anybody wants to bring anything up.
I would like to add something.
Yes.
The most awesome character in Transformers is getting his own miniseries, and I think everyone should buy a copy
Yeah.
and send it to Adam, because it'll just make his day.
Yeah, it'll cheer him up
Right.
over this depression that he's got himself in
Right.
for some reason.
I'm gonna I'm gonna put this right on the line. Okay? Drift is a good concept. Okay? My problem is with his execution. Right?
His
Right.
excellence of execution.
Oh, I like that one. I like that one.
I fucking hate you both.
And with that, we're calling it to an end. Bye from the lock-in, as we go and sedate Adam with the various copious amount of drugs we have in the kitchen sink.
Adam, can you just smell this hanky for us?
The oil house is ours. Run!
So, we're on to that time of the week again. It's listener questions
I
time.
don't like it.
No, it's listener questions, it's not that.
I still don't like it.
There's no rubber gloves inside.
I still don't like it.
Was that in sight or inside?
Inside.
Oh, right, okay.
No, there was only the
Moving
one that
on.
came off.
I'm going to pepper spray you.
Spicy eyes!
So, listener questions. So, if we go to disembodied listener question voice, please.
Hello. First question comes from Green Witchman. Says create a sitcom based on 3 Transformers and a premise.
Thank you, disembodied listener question voice. So,
It's worth every penny we're not paying her.
no cake, puppies, or dresses for you.
Now,
So, we've got
3 Transformers.
a sitcom with 3 Transformers and a premise.
Well, there goes my buddy cop movie.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think a nice basis would be Jetfire Grimlock, because you instantly have the odd couple thing going on. Grimlock will just be a slob, whereas Jetfire will like, oh, you keep leaving your energon cubes here. Bite me.
And then you could have Hot Rod turn up as the cousin of one of them,
Ah.
and he's going to college in the city, and so because his parents aren't loaded, he can't have accommodation, so he's got to stay with his cousin.
And he lives in the basement or on a van in the front yard or something like
Yeah,
that.
so something crazy and new age.
So it's like a odd couple mixed with some dude who lives in your house.
Yeah, you kind of got the kind of almost bromance between the odd couple living in the house,
Yeah, like the
cohabiting.
best they annoy the hell out of
Yeah,
people.
and
Every so often they do start
you've
hitting
got
each other.
then you've got the kind of thing of there's like a kid thrown into the mix as if they were an actual couple with a kid.
Oh, even better, you could just have a nameless one and they just get a protoform dumped on them. Or that could just be a random episode.
Yeah,
How would they raise a protoform? Oh!
yeah,
Special guest stars every week and stuff.
because obviously Hot Rod being the college kid, he'd probably step over it
Yes.
rather than picking it up off the doorstep.
And Grimlock would just dump it on Jetfire.
Yeah, and Jetfire would spend hours trawling the internet and looking for scientific means to raising a protoform.
How is it here? How is it brought here without us realising? It must have been an orbital bounce or something. Click, 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 click. Yes!
I think that would be a really good sitcom, actually. What would it be called, though?
All that came into my head there was two Kirks, a can, and a pizza place.
I don't know.
Lock, fire, and rod.
That just sounds like it should be something available with an R18. And coming from that shop with no windows.
Or it could be worse. Grim, jet, and hot.
One's
I don't
a
know.
dinosaur and one's a jet. And here comes a little buddy car. Adventures of fun.
I'm thinking.
I've got it.
Yeah.
Get that blaster out of my face. It doesn't have anything to do with the series. It's just an awesome name.
Get that
Do you know what I think
blaster out of my face.
Do you know what I think it would be a better name for it? Transformers Armada.
Hey!
I'm thinking Nightbeat,
Uh-huh.
Blaster,
Uh-huh.
and Punch. Right?
Slash counterpunch.
Slash Counterpunch.
Oh.
They're a band. And they travel around the country playing gigs and solving mysteries. Blaster is obviously the talented musician, laid-back, cool guy who always comes up with the theories. Nightbeat is the really investigated, like Thelma.
Yeah.
Nightbeat is Thelma, basically.
Mixed with a bit of Fred.
Yeah. And Counterpunch is obviously the master of disguise who sets up all the traps to catch the monsters.
And every so often is the monster.
Yeah, every now and again. Yeah. Just to throw a little bit in the mix.
Oh.
So
I think I prefer that one, actually.
I'm going to call that Mystery Robots Incorporated.
Can they fly around in an Omega Supreme painted green?
No, they fly around in invisible jet. No, what am I saying? They drive around in Ironhide, who's been painted green. It's a green Diaclone repaint of Ironhide. His name is Armorhead. Yes.
Can we move on now? I'm quite scared.
Oh, I want to see this. They're a band, solving mysteries. Yeah. So, next question, please.
Although, can I just say before you do that, I still think my buddy cop movie would work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Lethal Weapon with Jetfire and Hot Rod.
Scourge and Cyclonus is a gay couple, and Unicron's head tags along for the ride. It's a road movie.
No, Scourge and Cyclonus. And
Galvatron and Zarek!
What, as a gay couple?
Oh, I don't care if they're a gay couple or
trying
not.
to compete with each other week after week. I have built this machine. But I've built this.
And then I shall buy the shopping. Who will buy the shopping? I will buy the shopping. It is my destiny.
No, I'm getting an image. Just because it'll be the same voice actor. Starscream and Cobra Commander. In some sort of weekly treachery off. About who can be the most treacherous and whose plan will fail the most because of stupid reasons.
What? I did not order this many pizzas. But I did. This really isn't a show for the blind.
Two very similar voices making very similar complaints.
And
about
then you've
each
got the
other.
guy from Inhumanoids as well. I didn't order these pizzas. Yes, you did. No one can stop us now.
And the guy from Visionaries. Any crossover voice that sounds like Starscream, just all in one sitcom.
It'd be like listening to Harold Ramis and Kermit the Frog talk. Who said what?
Closed captioning for everybody for your own sanity.
Chris Lattis voicing 4 different people in the same show. There's nobody else.
That'd be awesome.
I'm sticking with I've parked the car. Who will park the car? I will park the car.
I may have come up with another idea. It's a complete rip-off, but stick with me. Right? The Terracons form a band. And it becomes the most brutal metal band in history. It becomes the 12th largest economy in the world and will somehow destroy Cybertron. Optimus Prime and a shadowy group of Autobots watch them and leave them, and various things happen each week as Decepticons are maimed at every one of the concerts. They do a 30-second advert for Energon juice. In the middle of...
You folks like Energon.
Right outside the plasma energy chamber. And when they play too loud, it goes off and kills everybody that's there. But everybody signed waivers to say that they don't mind being killed by them.
From the spires of Viacom.
And then when it gets really mental, they form Abominus and just kill anybody themselves.
Unger, we got you the most brutal thing for your birthday.
Nothing.
Does that mean that it would be Ripper Snapper, Doodly Doo, a Dig Dog, a Doodly Doodly?
Sinitwin as tall as a tree. Blocked, not a bumblebee.
Throat. Ripper Snapper, Doodly Doodly Doo, Hunger.
Abominus.
We have a winner.
It works so much better than Thunder Horse. Abominus. Abominus.
That's awesome.
I tampered with the evidence at Prime's murder site.
Explains why Hot Rod changed his name to Rodimus and moved to a different country. So next question. Because that 8 minutes of that one question. Next, please.
Greenwichman asks again, we've not heard anything about Toy Fair from you. Why not?
Because there are levels. There are levels we will not sing to.
Well, I think to be honest, we've kind of dropped news completely.
Yeah, because by the time, not to spoil it for the people out there, but by the time we record it and then post it, it's about a week and a bit old.
Yeah, well, it's roughly we record usually on a Tuesday and get things up on the Friday.
Yeah.
Depending on how many hours I'm doing while I'm working and things. So by the time we get round to doing the news, it's going to be a week late.
Yeah.
You've heard it all before, and it isn't really worth us doing.
No.
I mean, if we see something that we like, then we'll probably bring it up.
But generally, the only news we do is gushing about the stuff that everyone's already heard. So
Yeah, that's precise. By the time we get to it, everybody else has been around it. It's all been looked at, dissected.
there's other sites out there that are dedicated to doing the news.
Yeah.
We're dedicated to just gushing.
Yeah.
We're just wasting your time.
We
So,
verbal.
Pretty much.
You want news? Go to the forum.
yeah, so news, go to the forum. Or Moonbase 2. Or TFW.
Stop plugging everybody else!
Go to a better podcast.
There is no better podcast. Actually, yeah, there probably is.
There is no Dana, only Zool. Zool, motherfucker! Zool!
There is no Peter, only Zool.
So, I think I answered that one.
Yeah, quick mention about stuff from Toy Fair.
Ah, good dude.
Twisted Toy Fair Theatre
Yeah.
for the win.
Not that Toy Fair.
The event, not the magazine.
You go halves on your bill, Spider-Man!
I just wanted to hear you do the voices from Twisted Toy Fair Theatre.
Spider-Man! Hey, little skillhead dude.
Don't you realise they're the same guy?
Son of a bitch! These are 2 pictures. One of He-Man. One of Prince Adam, my worst 2 enemies. You do realise they're the same guy? No then! Son of a bitch!
I love your Skeletor voice. I love it.
I haven't heard that for a week. I had to somehow get him onto the topic of
What
doing
was the
this.
other one? What was the other one? I'm trying to think what the other one was. Hey,
What?
little skeleton dude, what are you doing here? Well, we got repackaged as He-Man in space! So I got the hell out of there before we became He-Man babies!
My favourite one's still the one where the new line Spider-Man came out and went round to Spider-Man saying, hey, can you do this? And he took the mask off, and the old Spider-Man's like, yeah, can you do this? And he kicks him in the balls.
The best thing Twisted Toy Fair Theatre ever did was the Borg invading Spider-Man's house.
And simulating his barbecue.
Simulate Reed Steele.
I just love the fact
We have
that
adapted to your defensive capabilities.
stuck his foot in the door.
The first time I read that, I wept. What the fuck is this? But yeah, Toy Fair. SPYDORRMAN!
The actual event.
I can't even remember what was shown at Toy Fair now.
We've got the Power Core Combiners.
Drift!
Yes, we got Drift.
Drift!
What was that?
Drift!
Oh, Adam's favourite Transformer, Drift.
Drift, yeah.
I will beat you with your own legs! Son of a bitch!
It's not fair, we have no defence against Skeletor, Adam, and you know that.
Well, it could be worse. It could be 1940s Skeletor. You look at me, He-Man! Stop it! We've got the Power Core Combiners, which look alright. I don't see me picking them up.
I'm still a bit meh about them.
Nice idea. Don't see me picking them
It's
up.
the fact that the little vehicles don't change into robots.
Yeah.
I was kind of looking for that, but...
Hailstorm Stroke Mindset looks alright.
Straxus!
Straxus.
How could I have forgotten Straxus?
Straxus looks superb.
Even though he's not called Straxus, he's Darkmount, which is a nice play on the name anyway.
Thingy, what's it? Thundercracker.
Thunderwing.
No, not Ramjet.
Thrust. Thrust, yeah.
Thrust.
Oh, controversial.
Thrust! I still wish that Thrust was a headmaster. Dirtiest name ever.
Yeah.
It would have beaten Erector.
I was about to say worse than Erector.
Well, think about it. Erector or Headmaster Thrust.
Wasn't it the one that... Wasn't the one that had breast in their name?
Oh, the Breast Force.
Oh, the Breast Force with Breast Attack.
Breast Force!
Is it wrong that there's some days I will pick up the cat, stroke her for a bit, and then when I'm going to put her down, I go, Breast Attack! And then fling her onto the couch. Is that wrong? Yeah.
That's very wrong.
It is,
Need to see a doctor.
The correct term there is Hadouken.
Hadouken!
I'm not fireballing Sally.
No, you don't fireball her. You simply have her as the fireball. Which reminds me, do you know how to make a phoenix? You need a pigeon and some matches. But do you know how to make a phoenix?
I don't want to know. Can we have the next question, please?
So we haven't really discussed Toy Fair because we don't really discuss news.
Yeah. I think we've mentioned it in passing. I still remember saying about Grimlock.
I think we've talked about the Thrust BotCon thing before.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really about it.
Yeah, well, I know we mentioned about Grimlock because I remember distinctly saying about it's not in the blue when it comes with the crown. Job good.
Yeah.
No stupid apron for mine.
Yes, marvellous. So, next question, please.
Yet another one from Green Witchman.
Only 2 questions! I can't talk. I had 3 on Autobot City this week.
I was about to say, fucking question Nazi here. No questions for you!
Alright, you can have as many questions as you want.
Yeah. Just don't expect me to get answered all at the same time.
Okay. Who would you say is the scariest Transformers?
Stu, do you want to go first? I'll have to think about this one, I think.
I don't know, that's me, I don't know!
I'd say Movie Prime.
Give me your face!
Precisely.
He's got a good point.
He brutalised more bots than the Decepticons did.
He stole people's faces with hooks from his hands.
Freedom is the right of all sentient beings, unless you're a Decepticon, which I've already put him down, then I'm going to shoot you in the head. He is quite scary. I'm going to go for Movie Bumblebee. I see you, Chip! Dead Metal will enjoy that one.
I'm utterly terrified.
Hook, line and sinker.
They weren't Transformers.
Alright. Fair enough.
And they weren't that scary.
Oh, they were bloody awful. Circuit Breaker, she's terrifying.
Strangely something else.
I think, actually, I'm gonna go for the G2 Marvel Comics Jaxus. Just with those moments where he lost his cool.
Yeah, like he rips Prime's mouth off.
Yeah.
When he goes, oh, we've got to...
I suppose, you could think about it scary in a supernatural sense or something.
Yeah.
But I think just for pure, pant-wettingly terrifying.
Sunstorm.
Yeah.
So much orange.
Oh, he's got the zealotry
Yeah.
behind him, so that kind of made him quite a terrifying opponent. Rob?
I think I might stick with Movie Prime.
Hooks for hands.
Just because he, not only does he, rip people's faces off, give no quarter when he's supposed to be a good guy, but he wears the corpses of his friends.
This is true, yeah.
See, I now have the theory because of this image of him with hooks for hands that if you say his name in the mirror 5 times, he comes out and guts you.
Or even like Robimus Prime.
Yeah. Movie Prime.
Warning, do not try this with Jimmy Smits. He will turn up and gut you with a fish hook. Yeah, I'm probably going to stick with Jaxus.
Because he's mental.
I can't really think of anything else in that one.
No, I generally don't find them scary that much.
No. I mean, you could say something like Bludgeon or someone.
Because in the end I know Grimlock will beat them up.
Oh, no!
Go on.
The IDW Micromasters. The silent killers. Because they're no emotion.
Actually, I've come up with a better idea.
Yeah?
Patley.
I second that.
Who is not paranoid about him coming back and terrified that if he ever did. The minute that pencil line does a first inflated chest piece of Prime, it's like, ah!
I draw your attention to last year's auto assembly. When you start talking about Dreamwave, you can't help but start talking about Pat Lee. So let's begin. Right. I don't think we'll answer any more of that. It's quite a hard one to answer, really.
Yeah. Because I generally don't find them scary because they know Grimlock will beat them up.
Fair enough. Oh, Emirate Zyron.
Because there's so much gold.
Yes.
Behold the figure they will never release or do a repaint of.
I'm just trying to think.
So much gold.
It's all chromed.
Yeah.
Right, so, next question, please.
This one comes from Monstructor. He says, in the light of the Marvel and Star Wars crossovers, what would you like to see the Transformers have a crossover line with?
We've already joked about the abomination that would be Transformers Watchmen,
Yes.
but I kind of want that now. Go figure.
Sonic the Hedgehog. Just because I want to see Dr. Robotnik as Scorponok's headmaster.
Why is it always going to be Scorponok's?
It just has to. It works in my head. Just imagine it, right? You're playing Sonic 3. End of level. Scorponok comes out. As the big scorpion. Right? Then stands up. Do. And then Robotnik runs out into the Lego-matic. The Lego-matic turns into Scorponok's head and just starts punching him. Dun 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 dun. Holy shit, balls, ass, fucking hell.
So I do have a couple of ideas. I always kind of toyed with the idea of a Halo one.
Yeah.
Because I think Master Chief turning into a warthog / trooper thingy / puma.
Stop making up animals!
Or the Scorpion tank would be quite nice. Yeah, Arbiter changing into one of the thingamabs. And just because I'm a Games Workshop fanboy, some of the 40k tanks.
Yes.
I always like the idea
There's
of
a picture of Grimlock as I think it's a Land Raider.
Yeah, I
And
think I've
nice.
seen one where he's a Lehman Russ, but yeah, stuff like that, just little simple things like that would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'm sure somebody's probably bashed something like that at some point.
Probably.
I've just had a fun one.
Go on.
Transformers Dead or Alive. Because I want to know if you're gonna have the Dead or Alive characters as headmasters, how would that work with the females? Because they'd just be boobs coming out of the robot's eyes. If it was actually the characters transforming again, what would they transform into? Because you got to remember those girls have huge boobs.
It would obviously be something and 2 planets.
I get the theory that it would be slightly different. It would be a mix between headmasters and breast force. So it would be breastmasters, and there is 2 breastmasters per female robot.
Breastmasters or Head Force, it's entirely up to you.
And I want to know what Ryu would transform into as well. Because with him being the super ninja and full of awesomeness, what would he transform into that would channel that much awesomeness?
I could take a stab in the dark. Probably that. What's that guy? It's a white race car. He's only. Oh yeah, that's right. Drift.
Oh yeah, yeah. That could channel. Drift could channel that much awesomeness. Yeah. So he could transform into Drift Salt mode.
You ever been pistol whipped, Rob? Trust me, you wouldn't like it.
Also, I'd just like to add as well, I'd like to see them actually do G.I. Joe.
Yes, that's where I was going.
Because
But
they did
I'm
that
thinking
planned one,
of
they did
the-
that prototype and never did out with it, and I think it'd be cool if they did
I
it.
was thinking more is it Human Alliance line? Where
Like slightly bigger figures, but the
Yeah.
guys can get it. Well, yeah, do it as like the Donfig sketches. Anybody
Yeah.
see my sick?
yes,
Thank you very much, Mr. Nickel.
very well.
That was one of Donfig's planned G.I. Joe Transformers crossovers.
Yes,
It was the Dominator as Megatron. And I really like that. And if they did that at a scale where you could fit G.I. Joe figures in that, yes, they'd only do about 3 or 4 because they'd be huge
yeah, that's true.
in the grand scheme of things. But that would be
But
awesome.
even that, if they shrunk down the GI Joe figures so
Right.
they were like inch and a half.
See, I wouldn't want that. I would want it to be normal size G.I. Joe.
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
I suppose.
Yeah,
How-
I would want it to be. Yeah, they'd be expensive. It'd probably be.
Well, we're talking
range
leader
of,
class.
Yeah, it'd be a range of leader or supreme classes.
Yeah.
But you know what? I wouldn't care because I think if they only did about 3 or 4, it would be awesome.
yeah, I agree.
How about instead of actually doing a Transformer figure, just have it as almost like a power armor that you put the G.I. Joe figure into?
Yeah, I'm sure they've done that before.
But, you know, have it just look exactly like the robot mode of the
Oh
Transformer.
yeah, for the sake of the, yeah, kind of work.
Because then
Well,
that wouldn't be too expensive,
Yeah.
really, and it wouldn't be, you know, huge and too bulky
I
to
just
make.
like the idea of Megatron transforming and then having 2 Cobra Troopers stuck in his shoulders going, "We want out! Let us out to shoot at stuff too!"
You just made me think of a line from the old GI Joe, the Dreamwave GI Joe Transformers crossover.
Come on.
We tried keeping the Cobra Troopers inside whilst transformation occurred. Results were messy. That was cool. Something that popped into my head there. Oh yes, Hasbro owns the rights to Mask now. I would like to see a Mask Transformers crossover.
What, as like the Transformers as the mask vehicles?
Yes. It seems very simple.
Yeah, so they've got like a
So
middle
does that
mode.
would
But
would
imagine
that mean
there's
that
little changes, right?
would that mean that Optimus Prime was the Rhino rig, or the
Oh, no,
car
you-
that Matt Tracker had?
I would say all new characters.
Okay.
So the Rhino is, I don't know, somebody else. Rhinox, yeah.
Yeah.
Just pulling a name out my ass. But you've got like triple changes where you've got rig, attack rig, robot.
See, I think I prefer the idea of it being like mid mode. So it still retains that thing of it's a flying car, but it's not sprouting jet engines from somewhere. It's just lifted up its bumper,
Yeah.
and then we're there. It's not like it's changed into a plane.
Yeah.
I'm kind of sold on that idea actually. Plus, it would really play into our whole idea of Lord Chumley's Miles Mayhem's dad.
Yeah, Lord Chumley is Miles Mayhem and Ironhide's Hollow Knight Avatar.
But that would really play into our idea that it's his dad, and that's
Yeah.
why he's got no money, and that's why he's evil.
Evil!
They took my daddy's money! Ah!
Damn robots! Should we move to the next one?
Probably should.
Okay, next question please.
Another one from Monstructor, who asks, if you had the budget to make a fans project figure of one non-toy comics only figure, who would it be?
Jaxus.
Jaxus.
Alright, I'm going to say everything that was said there with the added section of except Jaxus. Because I want a Jaxus figure. I'm going to say... Ooh, this is quite hard actually. Well, Sunstorm doesn't have a classics figure, does he?
But that'd just be total ripping off. We're complaining about the being borderline. That would just be like,
Yeah.
hey, we got a Seeker, painted him orange and sold him for another $100.
When he says a comics character that doesn't have a figure, does that mean it can be sort of any character, any sort of like redo of a character that doesn't actually have a figure?
I would assume so.
Because
Where are you going with
I
this?
wouldn't
Yeah.
actually mind a you know, the way they did Grimlock with the Maximum Dinobots thing. I wouldn't actually mind that as a figure, because I do really love the way they did the T-Rex mode.
Yeah.
I'm not particularly fond of the lobster hands paint job on him, but I do like the way they did the actual T-Rex.
Yeah, I'd second that for the entire Dinobots line.
Yeah.
And
So
also,
I mean, we'd actually finally get some bloody classic Dinobots.
Yeah.
and also, you know, I've said it many a times, but I wouldn't mind that Dodge Viper
Yeah.
Yeah.
hot rod.
Well, you've opened that up a little bit there, actually.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for Impactor.
Yes.
I want an Impactor. I want a Classics Impactor figure.
Yeah. I think he deserves it. The fact that he's now showing up in Last Stand of the Record.
Yes.
He's crossed the He's crossed the Pacific. He's taken over the US. UK character baby.
But you could have it too. You could have a repaint there as well. Impactor. Zombie Impactor. Marvellous.
Oh man. This whole not using Jax's thing is killing me because I can't think of anything.
I've got a good one.
Go
I want a Hunter of Onions figure.
Oh, yes!
He comes.
Are we talking Headmaster version?
No,
No.
just normal Hunter of Onion figure that comes with some onions.
Staked on, like decked out in his onion hunting gear, so he's
Oh,
like
yeah.
blade.
You can have all three of them.
Yeah, no, you could have two of them. Because you have the Verity figure and she comes with a clear plastic Jiminy because he's a figment of her imagination.
The image I had is just the one on the shelf. You've got Onion Hunter. You've got Verity Wines a lot. And you've got this empty box. Jiminy!
I've just
That's
had
how
a-
you want him to.
I've just had a great idea for the crossovers one. Skipping back one.
Sorry.
Transformers Afro Samurai. Giant robot with a big bear head. And two swords.
Hey, Megatron. Freedom bit of rat of all sentient bitches. No, I've got one.
Go on
I've got
quickly
one.
because I need to think of an answer
Yeah.
for this one.
Right. Imagine, if you will, Bludgeon, who comes with a headmaster. The headmaster is Skeletor! Masters of the Universe crossovers!
I likes it. Going back to the question we were doing, I can't really think.
Tructor! The name is Optimus Prime. Quiet, Tructor!
Guntor! We're not GoBots!
I'll introduce you to my friends, Coptor and Dive. I'm Bumblebee and he's Frank.
This is Coptor. Yes, that's actually my name. He's got it right for once.
This is Dive. My name's Cosmos. Quiet, Dive.
I honestly can't think of anybody. Not letting me have Jaxus is killing me.
I would like... We've just got it to complete crossover.
Jaxus.
now.
I'm
Yeah,
just saying Jaxus.
How much would you like a transforming Ecto 1?
Meh.
I'd like that.
I was never a big Ghostbusters fan. But I suppose the kibble on the roof could be the backpack.
The backpack
Yeah.
for... So it's like a...
Yeah.
So, yes, we'll move away from that one.
Yeah.
Quickly.
And the one before it, since that bled through.
Yeah, it kind of did, didn't it? Last question, I think. Yep, last question, please.
The last question comes from Tricky, who asks, if you could have one of either the cartoon continuities, every series about Transformers ever animated, or the comics, everything ever drawn, including webcomics and fan fiction, which would you keep and which would be consigned to Iacon 101?
Crap in a hat.
Okay.
Yeah. I think what we need to do is form a basic idea of which has had the more crap in it.
Unicorn Children.
Yeah, there we go. So we're keeping comics. See? Easy solved.
Oh, okay.
But that means we lose animated.
Mm.
Do you?
Yeah, because I think the question is we're losing either every single bit of TV stuff or every single bit of comic stuff.
I thought it was all individual ones.
Yeah.
Let's have a quick reread of the question.
Let's...
Peruse it, Adam.
I'm perusing!
Do.
If you could only have one of either the cartoon continuities, every series about the Transformers ever animated, or the comics, which... right, okay.
So that's how I'm reading it. I'm reading it as...
Right, yes. You can keep one cartoon, one comic, everything else gets binned.
Oh! Animated.
Animated...
And, G2.
I'd agree with you wholeheartedly there.
For a P2 as well.
You did. So I'm going to change it to G2, all of, including the Japanese stuff. and Beast Machines. As much as I still don't really like the character designs in Beast Machines, epic storyline.
Yeah.
Rob,
Gotcha.
the UK annual continuity. No. In Rob's mind, it's the Ladybird storybooks. They had their own continuity, and cartoons would be half dubbed, half subbed Galaxy Force. Every third episode is the dubbed one.
I think I'm trying to work out which has got the most Jetfire in it.
I'm trying to work
Armada.
out. I'm trying to work out.
The Unicron trilogy has more episodes of Jetfire than anywhere else.
True.
I'm trying to think out which is the most expedient way to dispatch you.
Pepper spray. Spicy eyes!
I don't know. I kind of liked where the. I mean, obviously, never reading a lot of the earlier stuff. Kind of liked where the IDW Shun stuff was going, story-wise.
Yeah.
So I'd probably go for that stuff.
Keeping the Shun.
Yeah, keeping the Shun.
Jetfire.
I don't know. Animation-wise.
Cyber missions.
Just go mental and pull something up. Like, just say Robert.
Actually, I think I'd go for Beast Wars.
Keep Beast Wars.
Because I really like the stuff in Beast Wars, the fact that it all tied into
G1.
But
Yeah.
then if you choose that, then it's got nothing else to tie into.
It now just flops along, a lone
Well,
thread.
no, because if I choose that one...
And retrofittedly, you have kept G1
Yeah,
safe.
yeah.
Nice.
Means you
Just
said it when you said machines.
Oh.
I just went greedy and just went down. No, you balls for a lot of it.
I'm the man.
I want German Blitzwing with 3 flavors, one of which sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I want that transplanted into the old G1 cartoon.
And he's just German in my head now. I think I've said it before.
Yeah, Blitzwing's always been German.
Blitzwing.
Well, he wasn't until I saw animated, but now I've seen animated. He's always been German. It's quite bizarre.
Retconned your own mind.
I have. Yeah. So I think that's us out of listener questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a question.
Yeah?
How to get out of this chicken shit outfit?
You secured that shit, Hudson.
Well, what you do is you go out that door, down the hallway and out the next door.
Okay.